After years of wondering if Call of Duty would ever return to its glory days, it finally feels like a new era is upon us. And it seems like Treyarch might actually be the ones to bring the franchise back to its roots, back to the game that we all know and love, possibly even leading us into the next golden age of Call of Duty. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but give me just a couple of minutes of your time and you'll see why this isn't just blind hype. The biggest problems with Call of Duty for the past few years now have been two major things. Number one, an identity crisis like none that we've ever seen.
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I?
And number two, obviously skill-based matchmaking. I don't even think I need to explain that one. Most of you guys have been suffering through that for years now, and you know exactly why that system had to go. But the other huge problem was Call of Duty completely forgetting who it was. Weird decisions like removing the prestige system, focusing way too much on Battle Royale, and even adding things in like tactical sprint. All of it just felt really out of place for that classic COD experience that we all grew up on. But lately, something has completely changed. It's like somebody flipped a switch over at Activision and Treyarch, and in the past month or so, Treyarch has listened to almost every single thing that the community has been asking for. They've made more improvements in the past few weeks than we've seen in years. They've been dropping new intel updates every couple of days, revealing change after change after change that fans have been begging for. Just from the beta alone, they removed skill-based matchmaking, which is insane, canceled carry forward, made aiming while jumping and sliding a default feature instead of needing a perk anymore. They've even started working on time to kill, spawn logic, skin designs, I mean you name it. I've completely lost count of how many things they've changed. I just seen today that they completely reworked one of the maps that was in the beta, like it looks totally different. But by far, the biggest thing is that Treyarch is actually listening. If you guys played the beta after they opened up the matchmaking and took out the skill-based, you guys would probably agree that it was some of the most fun that Call of Duty has been in years. I'm not even over-exaggerating when I say that it genuinely felt like the good old days. Like match after match was fun, when you were completely free of that invisible SBMM pressure closing in on you match after match where you just had to lock in every second. For once, you could actually just play the game and have fun just like it used to be. And this all builds on what started last year. Black Ops 6 was not a great Call of Duty game by any means. I mean, it had some of the worst maps ever. But the one thing I will give it credit for is that it introduced the Omni movement, which was a great step forward in Call of Duty gameplay, and I'm glad to see it return and I hope that it stays for good. But even better, they added the classic prestige system, which obviously, why did they ever take that away to begin with? I'll never know, but that alone makes the multiplayer progression so much more enjoyable. It's all these changes coming together in unison that make Call of Duty actually feel like Call of Duty again. That's why it's so frustrating to see all these people hating on COD this year more than ever before just because it's a trend. Like Black Ops 6 is the game you guys should have hated on, but instead you're hating on BO7, the game where they're getting rid of skill base, the game where they're listening to everything that we ask for. If there's a game that didn't deserve the hate, it's gotta be this one. This game is actually shaping up to be one of the most community-driven Call of Duty games that we've had in over a decade. The hate just doesn't make any sense. If we don't let Treyarch know that we love what they're doing right now, how are they gonna know to keep it up? Now obviously, I'm not saying we go ahead and call this the greatest COD of all time or anything. There's still reason to be cautious. There's always a chance that Treyarch does all of this before the launch just to boost up the sales, and then they walk it back and don't do anything else and just stop listening. But honestly, I really don't think that's going to happen this time around. It really feels like Call of Duty is heading into its second golden era, an era where the devs keep listening and the devs are actually allowed to listen and make changes to the game. The community keeps growing and the game finally feels alive like how it did back in the day. We just need to stay clear as a community about what it is that we want, which isn't easy. I mean, I know this community is like one of the most divided ones ever, but at least most of us can agree on one thing. Skill-based matchmaking needed to go, and it is gone. So let's celebrate that the right way instead of just hating on the game for no reason. If you guys still love the Call of Duty franchise the way that I do, despite all the hate that it's been getting, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my little community. And let me know in the comments, what's your guys' favorite Call of Duty of all time? That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, peace.